Man United cooking with new signings. Chelsea buying them. Oh, they're just about to buy another player, you know. They're just about to buy another player. Liverpool, quiet in the market. Arsenal, Man City, not much movement in the market. But the question is, who is going to win the Premier League? Welcome back, people. Welcome to Grand Football TV. I am your host, Mr. Chiggs. I trust you're having a wonderful, wonderful time. Yes, the Premier League season is nearly here. So what we're gonna do in this program today is look at the new season, the 2024-25 season. We'll be analyzing each club's prospects, key players, and what to expect in this thrilling new chapter. Don't worry, whether you're a die-hard fan or just getting into the beautiful game, we've got you covered. We've got you covered, guys. Let's kick off. Okay, let's start with the top 6 contenders. We know that there are the big boys and obviously the mid-table and then those who are fighting for their lives. So we'll start with the big boys. Manchester City. Manchester City, they are starting as reigning champions. 4 wins on the trot. Could they make it 5? We don't know. We hope not. Otherwise, it turns into a farmers' league. So we are hoping that someone, preferably Arsenal, would come and take them off their perch. So every season they look unstoppable. And obviously with that player up front in Erling Haaland, he always looks like he is going to give you a lot of goals. Yeah, so they continue to look very, very much unstoppable. So this season, they haven't done much in the market, but watch out for their new signing, Savinho. We saw glimpses of him in the Community Shield. He looks to be a good player, and he would add something to that squad. Okay, let's move on. Arsenal came close again last season, so this is 2 seasons on the trot where they have come close but not getting that final result. So with players like Saka, Trossard, Havertz leading the attack and a solid defense marshaled by Gabriel and Saliba, you would have to say based on last 2 seasons, they are serious title contenders under Mikel Arteta. Then we look at Liverpool with new manager Arne Slot coming in. He has got big shoes to fill in Jurgen Klopp. It'll be interesting to see how well he does. But from what we've seen in pre-season, he has held his own. He has got them playing good football, but let us see if that will translate into, when they start the proper competitions, when the Premier League kicks off this weekend. We'll see how well they have integrated together. And obviously the attacking trio of Salah, Diaz and Jota, they are always very, very lethal, and they will be aiming to bounce back to their title winning ways that we know of Liverpool. We'll see how they fare this season. We move to Manchester United. Under Erik ten Hag, they are looking stronger again this season with new additions like De Ligt, Zexi, Euro, and of course sorting things out with even the players that were there already in the likes of Jadon Sancho. So Man United could be the dark horse this season, and what would be key for them is staying consistent all through the season. We'll see how well they stay consistent all through the season. Then we go to Chelsea. Chelsea. They've had a turbulent season from last season, and towards the end they started finding their way and eventually sacked Poch and brought in Enzo Maresca from Leicester. And they have been buying a lot of players, like we said, especially in goal, which I don't understand. But they have also brought in the likes of Pedro Neto, who would be a good addition to the team. So the player for them, as we know, is still Cole Palmer, whom everyone will be hoping will just pick up from where he left off last season and get them playing good football and probably shoot them up the table. Then we look at Tottenham Hotspurs. Tottenham always eager to break into that top four. And with Ange Postecoglou continuing to implement his style of play this season and getting this new signing, Dominic Solanke, if he is in form all season, Spurs could be one of the surprises of the season, I feel. Then let's look at some other teams that we think, okay, they should be like mid-table kind of teams. Newcastle United. Newcastle are on the rise with their ambitious project. New owners who, for some reason, haven't been allowed to spend the way they would want to because of FFP and the rest. But I know European football could be on the cards for them this season. Again, with Alexander Isak leading the way. Yeah. Then we have Aston Villa. Aston Villa under Unai Emery have been quietly impressive. However, playing in the Champions League this season might take its toll on them. I feel so. It might take its toll on them. And I see them doing well, but not to the heights of last season. I see them doing well, but not to those heights. And we will keep an eye on Ollie Watkins, because I feel, in my opinion, he will replicate those numbers of last season, because he is a very, very good striker. So that might be the saving grace for Aston Villa if Ollie Watkins is fit and scoring goals for them. Then we have Brighton Hove Albion. So Brighton continue to punch above their weight with their attractive football. However, they have changed managers and brought in Fabian Hosler is the new head coach. Yeah, only time will tell if he can continue the good work that obviously Graham Potter and the Zerbi had done. And this season, I feel Mitoma, he was a big miss last season, so he will be essential for their aspirations for a top half finish, or even better, getting into Europe and the likes of it. West Ham United. After a mixed season last year, out goes David Moyes, in comes Lopetegui. And they have been making big moves in the market, guys. Bringing in the likes of Fulcro, the likes of Wan-Bissaka and Christensen from Leeds. So they will surely be the ones to watch this season. I feel West Ham will, do well. As long as these players come together and play as one, they will definitely do well. Then we go to Brentford. Brentford is a team that always surprises, and with Ivan Toney, if he stays, it probably looks like he's going to stay now, because I've not heard much about any transfer move. They could continue their impressive Premier League journey with him at the helm. Then Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace's flair and solidity make them a tricky opponent. But however, this season, they have lost Olise, who has moved to Bayern, and of course Mateta, who was prolific towards the end of last season. He was involved in the Olympics for France, so it might be a while before we see him in action. So I'm thinking they might have a slow start. But Berchi Eze is a crucial figure in their quest for how well they will go this season. Yeah, so that's what I think of Crystal Palace. Then we have Fulham. Fulham, their aim would be to stay up. building on their previous season's performance, building on that and making sure they get higher than where they finished last season. And new signing Emile Smith-Rowe, if he stays fit all season, will be key in their survival bid. Then we have Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest will look to avoid the drop. They will look to avoid the drop. And with the likes of Gibbs White and Hudson-Odoi at the helm, it will be about them making sure they pick up points, especially at home. Especially at home. That would be one of their saving grace if they can do that. Then obviously we have Everton. Everton will also be looking to avoid the drop after beating the drop last season. Remember all those points that were taken off them for bad governance. Yeah, and this season, in my opinion, Calvert-Lewin has to step up. He has to step up. If he stays injury free, he will be a very, very important player for Everton this season. Then we have Bournemouth. Bournemouth will face a challenging season, in my opinion, especially losing Solanke, who had a lot of goals for them last season. So it is difficult to see where the goals will come from. So I think they might struggle a bit this season. We have Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolves face a challenging season as well. They've lost Neto to Chelsea and a few others, so they might struggle for goals, but their defensive resilience will be their survival tactic, I feel. Their defensive resilience. Oh, Leicester City! Leicester City are back with the big boys. They will be back hungry to prove themselves that, going down was just a one-off. They've won the Premier League, they've won the FA Cup. So these is a team who shouldn't be where they were. So they will come this season trying to prove everyone that they belong in the Premier League. And especially their new manager as well, Steve Cooper. He will be hoping for a better return to the Premier League. He will be hoping for a better return. And at age 37, Jamie Vardy's leadership will be crucial, to their staying up, to their playing well this season. He might not get a lot of games, obviously, because of his age and all that, but he will be crucial for them, having a good season. Then we have Southampton. Southampton's promotion means a tough battle ahead. They would hope the likes of their new signing, Brereton Diaz, will help them in the attack and help, get them the goals that they need to stay up. Then we have the final team, Ipswich Town. Ipswich Town fairy tale promotion. After being away for 22 years, is the ultimate underdog story. So survival will be the aim. They will hope on defensive players like Axel Tuanzebe being crucial for them in keeping goals away from their net. Yeah, that brings us to the end of our quick roundup of the teams in the Premier League this season. So that wraps up our Premier League 2024 season preview. Who do you think will lift the trophy? And who's destined for relegation? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. And hit that notification bell for more football content. Don't forget, this season we are going to be bringing you football, FPL, Player of the Week, and also normal match previews. So you will be getting a lot of content from us. I remain your host, Mr. Cheeks. Keep watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Thanks for tuning in. Join us same time next week. Grand football for the love of the game.